EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the heart of Texas and the spectacular AT&T Stadium in Arlington. The kicker, Blake Grupe, set to start it. And off we go from spectacular AT&T Stadium. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. First and 10. Dak gonna work it to Lamb on the RPO. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Dak. Here's a ball thrown deep right sideline.
It was clear from the jump, Mike, that he wanted to take a shot downfield, bought himself a little extra time by moving the launch point. Ball just kind of sailed on him a little bit and ends up falling harmlessly out of bounds.
A tight end in motion now. On 3rd down, Prescott. Catch is made. That is Schoonmaker. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. He's got his tight end. That's Ferguson. And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Again, Prescott to the air. Still going inside the 20. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
Well, I think it's pretty clear what the week's plan was, and that was to get the quarterback in a rhythm right out of the gate. You got to imagine as the game unfolds, they'll sprinkle in some runs. But so far, it's been their passing game to get this game started, and that last one results in a first down.
They'll run former K-State product Deuce Vaughn. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. This one caught at the 4. And he gets to the outside and takes it in. C.D. Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And, Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. He's got it. The Cowboys will take a 7-0 lead. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Shaheed now to return it. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Carr going to look to throw right away. To the left side, in the hands of Hill. That one good for a dozen. And a very quick first down.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
First carry now for Alvin Kamara. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down. In motion is Hill. Now, second down throw from Carr. And that will wind up incomplete. Triple zeros on the clock. The first quarter has come to an end. Here's a third down and 4. From the shotgun, it's Carr. Open man is Shaheed. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
You can't run plays like this, Mike, if you don't have incredible pass protection. I mean, he started on the left side of the formation, and look how far he had to go across the field before that ball was caught. That's going to take time. That's going to take a lot of trust in that quarterback, in his protectors, to know he can stand tall in that pocket and wait for his receiver to break open. Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. And that's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there, stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
Second down, Carr. That'll be caught. It's Alvin Kamara. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
Carr working out of the gun. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for third down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
Valdez-Scantling on the move. Carr throwing on fourth down. Inside the 10, it is caught. Out of bounds, but in business. They mark him down near the 2. A big play there on fourth down. Good for an even 20. 2 minutes remaining. First half in a 7-0 game. Greg and I back to Arlington at AT&T Stadium after this. A chance here to draw level before the break. It's first and goal. Now a handoff. Oh, a wrinkle. Here comes a reverse. And that is not going to work out as planned. Maybe a tough spot to try to run a play like that. Either way, it's blown up back behind the line of scrimmage.
You have to appreciate the effort. The guy's given everything he has to try to make something out of nothing, but understand sometimes you just have to live to survive another down and not take a big loss.
Carr now on second down. The throw on the run is complete.
You can just see the frustration of the defender. You see him get off the quarterback. He's like, man, hold that ball for one tick longer, man. I'm there to record the sack. Nice job by the quarterback having that timing and rhythm to get that ball out of his hand. And you can imagine, he got close this time. That defender, he's going to keep coming, and don't be surprised if he eventually gets to him.
Carr from the gun on third down. That one taken in. Rashid Shaheed. Touchdown, Saints. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
Devontae Turpin on the return. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. He's going to let one go deep for Lamb. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Pass pulled in by Vaughn. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. On play action, here's Dak. Pass completed right side to Ferguson. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up 4th down.
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the 1st down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on 4th down.
No move for the punt team. The offense staying out there for 4th down. They do indeed snap it as they'll try and throw. That is incomplete. They took a chance throwing it on 4th and short, but not to be, and they'll turn it over on downs.
It's always a gamble anytime you go for 4th down on your side of the field, but they clearly thought they had a play that they liked, but the defense came up huge, and now their offense is going to have a chance to capitalize and take advantage of this short field.
Open man, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Carr. That's going to be pulled in by Kamara. And he won't quite make it to the pylon, but he's out of bounds right around the 1-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal. That's a gain of 28.
So first off, nice job picking up enough for the 1st down. But I got to be honest, Mike, when he caught it, I thought he was going to put his foot in the ground and get physical and run through contact and try to score. I'm not so sure why he just so quickly ran out of bounds.
And he will drive his way into the end zone. Derek Carr. Touchdown, New Orleans. That his 2nd touchdown tonight. Groupie able to add the extra point. The Saints will move out to a 14-7 lead. 4 seconds still to be played in this half as that one's away. Now, here comes a return from the 9. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. Likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. Shaheed now to return it. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with Kamara. And not a whole lot there, up to about the 25. Second down and 8. Back is Carr. He'll go right and find his running back. Here's a third down and 4. Carr to throw. And great determination as he gets forward and picks up the first down.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on third down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
They'll run on first down with Kamara. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down. Carr. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. Second time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12 and a first down.
A running back that can be used in the passing game is a handful for these defenses. And you can tell this offense, they're not shy getting this guy the ball. And I think the rest of this game, they're going to continue to see, hey, defense, do you have an answer for this guy?
Shaheed with the catch. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is
First opened in 1975, resurrected in 2006, we welcome you inside the Caesars Superdome, the home of the Saints, here in downtown New Orleans. The kicker, Blake Grupe, set to start it. And off we go from the Superdome. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Here's Baker to begin with a pass. That is taken in by the veteran, Mike Evans. And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. A huge play right off the bat. 32 yards. He'll get this out wide. Here's 2nd and 2. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. To the left side, to Godwin.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
They send Godwin in motion. On 1st and 10, here's Baker. Go left side, pulled in by Evans. And he's going to be taken down.
I mean, what a start to this game throwing the ball. I mean, I don't think the ball's hit the ground yet, Mike. I mean, he's 4 for 4. And now he's got his offense set up here early with 1st and goal.
Great chance to make an early statement here on the road. It is 1st and goal. To the 5-yard line. Now here's 2nd and goal. They send Godwin in motion. On 2nd down, Baker. And he'll get 3 yards here, down to the 2-yard line.
Coming into the game, this is something defensively you have to be aware of. If this quarterback gets a chance and he sees some daylight, he's going to try to take it in on his own. But not in this case. They were quick to react, stop him short. Now brings up 3rd and goal.
They've gotten to the 2 on this opening drive, but now it's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is not going to get in to make the tackle at the line of scrimmage. And that's going to bring up 4th and goal.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
They'll go. Mayfield. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Willie Gay. And the Saints will take over here just shy of the 30.
Just think back to a few plays ago, Mike. This offense is finding themselves entering the red zone. It looked like we're about to see a touchdown, but that's how fast things can change in this game. The defense finds themselves with their back against the wall, coming up with a huge 4th down stop. Not only do they keep points off the board, but it's nicer to do it when you come off with the ball in your hand.
Carr going to look to throw right away. Hit as he threw it, and the pass is incomplete.
The relationship between the pass rush and the pass coverage is critical. The better you rush the passer, the more pressure you can take off your coverage, and that's a great example why.
In motion is Hill. On the ground for the first time, this is Alvin Kamara. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard.
You have to wonder if next time, does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play? It was clear before the ball was snapped, this was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
So we've come to the end of a fairly evenly played opening quarter. 0-0 is the score. More from New Orleans after this. They come to the line needing 11 here on third down. Throwing is Carr. Open man is Shaheed. That's complete. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Well, so often we see quarterbacks standing in the pocket, holding it, seeing if they can create something downfield. Well, not that play. That play was simple. Snap the ball to the quarterback, spit it out into the hands of your receiver, and let's see what he can do.
On the ground, it's Kamara. And he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. In motion is Hill. On 2nd down, here's a run with Kamara. And he's going to pick it up and take it down inside the 35 for the first down. Carr working out of the gun. Going up top. And that is incomplete. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, the one he was looking for. It's 2nd down.
So, of course, you prefer to connect on that throw, but think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes underneath.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Carr. Brought in by Chris Olave. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. To throw is Carr. That one into the hands of Hill. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Now a 2nd down throw from Carr. That's thrown right side, but incomplete. He was trying to get it to Alvin Kamara that time, and it'll be 3rd down.
Goes without saying, Mike, you have to be smart with the ball, especially down here in the red zone. You're already in scoring position. And I understand they're trying to come away with a touchdown, but at the very least, come away with 3. Worst case scenario is you turn the ball over and you come away with nothing.
That'll be caught. It's Alvin Kamara. And he's in. Alvin Kamara. Touchdown Saints.
We all make such a big deal, Mike, when we see a quarterback go through his progression and deliver a deep downfield strike for a touchdown. But sometimes just take what's easy, the easy pitch and catch, get an underneath completion. That's exactly what the quarterback does here, takes what the defense gives them, and when you have a playmaker like that on the outside, they can do the rest with their feet after the catch, and the end result is still a touchdown.
Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They send Evans in motion. On play action, Mayfield going up top for Evans. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. He was trying to fit that one into Mike Evans. And it'll be second down. From the gun, it's Mayfield. That's caught. It's Bucky Irving. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. On first down is Mayfield. And this will be incomplete.
When you air it out like that on these big shots downfield, they're not always high percentage plays. It takes a lot of things to line up timing-wise, location of the field, accuracy of the throw to result in those big plays. But I think they've got to continue to search for those and try to generate a little bit of a spark.
They send Godwin in motion. Throwing on second down, Mayfield gets this one into the hands of his receiver, Godwin. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Zone route running, Mike, is very simple. Once you come off the line of scrimmage after the ball is snapped and you know it's zone coverage, as long as it's sort of in the area the quarterback expects you to be, my rule was just run where they're not. And when he throws it, catch it.
Mayfield to throw on first and 10. They send Godwin in motion. Second down throw for Mayfield. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And he will have a first down, and they're into field goal range now at the 30.
And this is where the quarterback's improv skills really kind of come into play. The ability to play off platform, throw from different arm angles. It's something that we're seeing a lot play out across the league. And yes, you have to throw from a spot in the middle of the pocket. But if you can only do that, it's hard to play quarterback in today's NFL.
They send Godwin in motion. Mayfield to throw it here on first down. Going up top for Evans. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively. All over him. And it'll be second down.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner. Next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots. This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
From the gun on third down, it's Mayfield. And he's going to have the first down as he gets out of bounds, and he stopped the clock as well.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up first downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there with that third down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
McLaughlin's kick is good. And the Buccaneers are on the board just before halftime. Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half. Coming up. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. This will be taken in at the 2. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Quick throw on the RPO, it's Hill. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too far, and it draws the flag. Now, Carr. Well, they track him down, and the ball is out. The Bucs have it. And there it is. The defense comes up with the big play, forcing the fumble as they get their offense right back on the field. Coming up, Greg, with a big turnover.
Taking the ball away, Mike, has really become an art form in the NFL. Some teams are good at it, some teams not so much. But in this case, great job by the defense taking that one away.
Mayfield. Over the middle, that's Godwin. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. Baker gonna give it to Irving. And he'll take this one forward for about 3, and that's a first down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. Second and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
2 yards from 6 points. It is first down and goal. Here's a run. A dive, and he's in. Bucky Irving Touchdown, Buccaneers. So the turnover turns into a quick touchdown, and Greg, that's exactly how you want your offense to take care of business.
Anytime your defense can create those sudden change situations, Mike, absolutely, you have to take advantage of it. 1 second, you're sitting on the bench, going over your next drive. All of a sudden, after that turnover, you've got to be able to get out on the field and go. Take advantage of the short field, and results in a nice touchdown.
A safe kick taken at the 5. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. Carr now to throw on first down. To the left side, in the hands of Hill. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
Everyone always assumes that you only want to run drag routes or crossing routes just underneath like mesh concepts against man coverage, but so often they're equally as effective against the zone. All it takes is one of those underneath man defenders to latch on to the wrong route, and all of a sudden there is a lot of room, not only for the completion, but for yards after the catch.
He lets one go, looking for Shaheed. And he's in. Rashid Shaheed. Touchdown, New Orleans. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
After the touchdown, it's Groupie to kick this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. This one is caught by Shepard. They'll come up now for second down and 4. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. To the left side, to Godwin. He'll be out of bounds, but after picking up the first down on a gain of 7.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
Tyrann Mathieu, the Honey Badger, with the good coverage, and there to get a hand on it.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
On second down, Baker. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
On third down, it's Irving. It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on fourth down. So both teams trade touchdowns in that frame as we get through the end of the third quarter. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's fourth down. They'll try and run for it. And he's going to have a Bucs first down. Good work there on 4th and 1. They get 7 to move the chains. They send Godwin in motion. Right back to Irving. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll go again here with Irving. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Second and 7. They send Godwin in motion. Mayfield to throw. He's going to tuck it and go.
You have to admire when quarterbacks are willing to put their head down and fight for some extra yardage, Mike. But sometimes the juice ain't worth the squeeze. Get down, protect yourself, live to play another snap.
2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. This crowd, they're trying to force a false start. What noise before 3rd and inches. They'll run the sneak. Trying to find an opening, but too good in the middle from the defense. They stop this up, and now it is 4th down. A run with White. And the Bucs are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
What a great run down here inside the red zone, Mike. It's so important that you still can run the ball. Great job here by the back. I thought for a minute he was going to score. He gets it all the way down inside the 1, and I wouldn't be surprised if they let him finish this drive off.
Now, 1st and goal. Down to a knee here. The defense still has a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they're going to use them. This crowd doing everything they can before 3rd and goal. They send Godwin in motion. They'll drop to throw. It is brought in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Now this, an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. An important extra point up and good, so the lead is 3 here in the late stages of the game. So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. This fielded at the 2. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. They'll come up for 1st and 10. Valdez-Scantling on the move. On 1st and 10, Carr. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete.
At this level, you just would expect a little bit better execution and accuracy on those intermediate throws. I think he had an opportunity there for a nice pickup. Off target, off rhythm, and ends up getting away from him.
Here comes 2nd down. Carr working out of the gun. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
From the shotgun, it's Carr. That's caught by Hill. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. 1st down throw for Carr. Right back to Hill. He's got it again. Another catch on the drive. This one for 13 yards. And another 1st down.
And now we're at the point of the game, Mike, where someone has to step up and make a play. That's exactly what this quarterback and his receiver did. It gives them now a fresh set of downs and a chance to go down and make this game very interesting.
On 1st down, Carr. That's going to be pulled in by Kamara. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. We'll see how they want to play this. It's 3rd down. Olave is the motion man. Carr from the gun on 3rd down. And he'll just have to throw this one away. There was nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and it's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
This one is on target, and it is good. And we are almost certainly bound for overtime.
And that's just a big-time kick right there. I mean, think about all the things running through this kicker's head. He knows if he misses it, this game's over. But he's cool. He's calm. He steps up, takes a deep breath, and he knocks it through to extend this game.
Here's 1st and 10. They send Evans in motion. Here we go. One final play. Going up top for Evans. That ball intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Alabama. Four quarters could not determine a winner. We get back underway here in overtime. He'll start at the 4. They get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Shaheed with the catch. Now he's loose at the 40. And what an effort after the catch. He goes all the way. 78 yards. Touchdown, New Orleans. The kick is good. So an ideal start to this overtime. And now it's up to the defense to preserve a 7-point lead. So thanks to that recent rule change, still the chance to extend this game and match that opening overtime score as they receive the kickoff here. Now a first throw here in overtime. It's complete to Evans. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
Throwing on 2nd down, Mayfield. There's that man again, another catch.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
On 1st and 10, here's Baker. A pass, it's complete. It's Shepard. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
Mike, you've heard me say it 1,000 times. The easiest down to throw the ball in the NFL is 1st down. I hate when teams wait till later in the possession to throw the ball. So early 1st down completion, you're on the plus side of the field. Now you're thinking strike. Touchdown, field goal, but either way, I'm coming away with points.
And it's intercepted. That ought to seal it. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And he is going to score. It's a shocking finish here in overtime. This game is over. So this one, a win for the Saints. They had to work for this one. All even through 4 quarters, able to get the breakthrough in overtime to come away with a victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Saints are winners, as we say so long from New Orleans. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Northern California and Levi's Stadium in the South Bay in Santa Clara, California. Here's Jake Moody to get this one kicked off. And off we go from Santa Clara. Shaheed now to return it. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Carr going to look to throw right away. That'll be caught. It's Alvin Kamara. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
In motion is Hill. It'll be a run out of the gun with Kamara. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's 3rd down. Carr. Oh, intercepted. What a bad start on the 3rd play. Picked off by Tarvarius Ward. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown. That is a brutal way to start the game. You're thinking opening drive touchdown. Instead, that 3rd down pick turns into 6, Greg.
Yeah, Mike, and every offense all week works on that opening drive. It's such a critical way to get their players and get their offense settled into this game. And as you said, disastrous start, not only turning the ball over, but allowing the defense to capitalize and take it all the way back the other way.
Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Shaheed now to return it. And he'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. Quick throw on the RPO. It's Hill. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. To the outside. That's caught by Hill. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the 1st down.
Carr now to throw on 1st down. This one complete to Hill. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and There's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
And it'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
Really nice answer to the previous drive from this quarterback. You want to play at this league and you want to play for a long time, you better have a short-term memory, because mistakes are going to happen. Really nice job here bouncing back, putting together a promising drive, and he's open to come away with a touchdown of his own.
Here's 1st and 10. Carr. He'll go right and find his running back. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. So after 1, the Niners have the early advantage. And we're back in the Bay Area after this. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Now Carr. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
This is a situation where you just have to be a little bit more decisive with the ball in your hand. I mean, at some point, it's got to come out. You cannot continue to stress your protection over time like he did here. And to take that hit after that amount of time, that falls completely on the shoulders of the quarterback.
That is hauled in at the 5. And he'll take it on in. Chris Olave. Touchdown, Saints. Blake Groupie comes on for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Saints will level things out at 7 apiece. So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Opening carry of the game for the versatile Christian McCaffrey. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. Play fake to McCaffrey. Now Purdy. A throw there on 2nd down. Going to be incomplete.
Let's make no mistake about it, Mike. I mean, this passing game, it just has not been very efficient here in the first half. I mean, they've produced more yards on the ground than through the air, and incompletions like that certainly aren't going to help.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Needing a yard, they throw with Purdy. He finds his big receiver, that's Jennings. And he's very close to a 1st down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down.
The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on 4th down. And that is not going to work. Incomplete, and they turn it over on downs.
You know, I think there's certain times, Mike, throughout the game that call for a very aggressive style of play. I'm just not quite sure this was one of those situations, but I guess we'll see how it plays out throughout the rest of the game.
1st and 10 now from the 36. Now a give running left with Kamara. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They'll go again here with Kamara. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. Third and a yard. Valdez-Scantling on the move. He'll try and run for this with Kamara. Trying to get to the edge, and he will not get there. As a matter of fact, he was taken down behind the line. And that brings up 4th down. The Niners will use the first of their timeouts as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming. Now, Carr. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Dre Greenlaw.
Mike, these are just throws you're not accustomed to seeing, especially from a quarterback that has played this much football. He's been around the NFL for a long time. He's got to make better decisions. Costly mistakes like that are going to kill his team.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Purdy. He'll find his open man. That's Brandon Ayuk.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Purdy going to give this one to McCaffrey. And he'll get the first down there, a pickup of about 5 yards. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
They've been a little up and down in this first half. I mean, they have less than 80 yards of total offense and halftime looms. So missed throws like that, those are missed opportunities. They've got to hit the plays when they have them if they want to have a chance to leave here with a win.
Purdy now on 2nd down. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. They'll try to run for it with McCaffrey. And he's going to have a 49ers first down. They're able to convert by plenty on that 3rd and 1.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up second down.
Nice job initially by the quarterback. He feels that immediate pressure, and he's able to escape the pocket. Now, you're hoping somebody uncovers. One of your targets becomes free, but it became pretty clear that he wasn't going to be able to have anybody to deliver the ball to, and does the right thing by getting rid of it. I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
So after back-to-back incompletions, it is now 3rd and 10. Throwing is Purdy. And that is incomplete. He was trying to hook up with Deebo Samuel that time. And now it's 4th down.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
A field goal, no gimme from this distance. They'll go on 4th down. Now Purdy. That's going to be caught. And he's not going to get away. They get him down right after the catch. Great rally to the ball to force a turnover on downs. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Shaheed in motion. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
The pass protection's been a little bit shaky at times, and that was the case there. And even though they're not going to go down for allowing a sack, it was allowing the pressure that ultimately prevented that pass from being completed.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. The Niners will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Carr now. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
There was no hesitation from the quarterback. From the jump, he knew where he wanted to go with that ball, but still leads to an incompletion. They're just still not quite on the same page.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
And that's what you call a wasted series. They come out here and they decide we're just going to air it out. First, second, third down. All three incompletions, and now it brings up fourth down. And barring some crazy decision here to keep your offense on the field, you're going to find yourself right back on the sideline.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. Purdy now, he'll throw on first down. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up second down.
Smart choice here by the quarterback. He's trying to extend the play outside the pocket, but this was really nice coverage. A lot of eyes on the quarterback. It looked like there was multiple guys anticipating a chance for a pick, but throws the ball away and lives for another snap.
On second down, Purdy. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. Two incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to third down and 10. Out of the gun, it's Purdy. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
I know it fell for an incompletion, but pretty impressive. He was able to push that ball really far downfield as he was being hit. Really says a lot about the arm strength that this quarterback has.
No movement from the punt team. They'll line up to go for it on fourth down. They're going. Here's Purdy. Now a shot downfield for Samuel. So one touchdown apiece for our two teams. 7-7 on the board here at the break. As we'll send you over to Orlando, our EA Sports halftime report with the coach. Jonathan, all yours. All right, Coach, thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. Could not ask for more from that first half. All even as we begin quarter number 3. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. First and 10. They'll run with McCaffrey to start this drive. And he is going to be stuffed well behind the line of scrimmage. That play going absolutely nowhere. On second down, Purdy. That's caught. Christian McCaffrey. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. That one intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Howden. And he's going to give a short field to his offense here as they try to break the tie.
You know, Mike, I like the early aggressive play call to start this second half. I think anytime you find yourself in a tie ball game, you want to be the team that strikes next. In this case, it backfires. They have the turnover. Now it's their defense that's taking the field, and they're going to have to come up with a stop and keep this game all squared up.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Valdez-Scantling on the move. On 1st and 10, Carr. To the left side, in the hands of Hill. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. In motion is Hill. Out of the gun, here's a give to Kamara. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Remember this one thing, Mike. It is not how well or how often you run the ball in the NFL. It's when do you run the ball well in the NFL. And I think that's what a lot of these offensive play callers are starting to realize. Can you run the ball well in critical moments of the game? More important than how many gross yards you run for.
Shaheed in motion. On 1st down, they'll stay with Kamara on the ground. And this time, they are ready for him. Thrown for a loss, and it's 2nd down.
This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, Mike. Negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss.
Olave is the motion man. Second down, Carr. His pass taken in by Shaheed. A pickup of 12 yards. It's good for a Saints 1st down. Valdez-Scantling on the move. On the handoff, running left, it's Kamara. And he'll get this only to about the 10. So we'll take it to the other end as we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd down, a run. Well, how about a reverse instead? And he's into the end zone. Rashid Shaheed. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Just a great way to finish off a drive, and it was something they thought they had a matchup advantage all week long, was in the ground game. And you can see here, they executed at the offensive line. He got some nice blocks downfield from his wide receivers and tight ends, and he was able to do the rest.
So the lead is 7 now. Here in this 4th quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. The drive starts with a carry by McCaffrey. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down A pickup of 9. Throwing on second down is Purdy. That's caught by McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a first down.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game, just one more thing for the defense to have to defend, make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone, defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing that.
So Kittle comes in motion. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. He keeps it himself. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. They'll come up for 2nd and 9. McCaffrey. And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up 3rd down. Now McCaffrey. A gain there of 10 yards. First down, 49ers. Here's McCaffrey. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here comes 2nd down. On the run, McCaffrey. And that's good run support on the edge. Nice tackle out wide. That'll hold him to a gain of 2. The game hanging in the balance and a critical 3rd down. And it's a touchdown. They have gotten to within 1, and a 2-point conversion can give them the lead here in the final minute. Greg, they have such a knack. It's like they're on the same page. The quarterback almost feels like, well, when you were playing, you know where that guy's going to be in the end zone.
Yeah, we used to have a saying, Mike. We say we don't run routes like they're lines on a piece of paper, and especially against zone coverage. Down here in the red zone, the rule is if you're open, stay open. Don't run past an open zone to get covered. That's exactly what this tight end does here. Friendly target, ball on time, touchdown.
Shaheed now to return it. He'll be out of bounds beyond the 20-yard line. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
You hear quarterback coaches say it all the time. Let's get our guy easy completions. Well, that falls certainly into that category, Mike, but when you fail to connect on those, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Another try, 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. Hit as he throws throws and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down.
All these defensive linemen, I promise you, they all want sacks. That is how you get paid. That is how you make your name. But it's also the other plays where you can affect the quarterback. Can you make them feel uncomfortable? Or in this case, you don't get the sack, but it was the hit that's able to alter the pass to fall incomplete.
From the shotgun, it's Carr. He's got his man. It's Hill. And he'll wind up out of bounds past the 45-yard line. 23 yards on that pass play. First down, New Orleans. Carr working out of the gun. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's second down.
Nothing scarier for a quarterback, Mike, than to seeing that ball popped up in the air. It feels like that ball is in the air for an eternity, and all you hope is that it just harmlessly falls to the ground, and fortunately for the offense, that's exactly what it did.
Now, second down throw from Carr. This one complete to Hill. His second grab on this drive, good for 11 yards, but most importantly, a first down.
I think it's clear, Mike. I think they have their sights set on winning this game in regulation. I don't think overtime is even in the picture. They're trying to be aggressive, continue to move this ball down. Can they find a way to pull this game off here late in the fourth quarter?
Carr now to throw on first down. He'll take a shot down the middle of the field.
There's only a handful of guys in the league who legitimately have world-class speed, and he's one of them. I mean, he's the type of weapon that you 3 or 4 times a game have to just say, okay, my guy, he's faster than your guy. We're going to send him deep and let it fly. And even though that one falls incomplete, you have to continue to sprinkle that threat in, because it makes everything else in your passing game that much easier.
So now the Saints will use the first of their 3 timeouts. So a pressure kick coming here for Blake Grupe. This to win the game. And this one is going to run out of steam. This is short. It's no good. And now the momentum swings to the other sideline here in overtime. Four quarters could not determine a winner. We get back underway here in overtime. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. On the give, it's McCaffrey. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, They're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
They'll go back to McCaffrey on first down. And that'll be a pickup of 3. They face second down and 7. Now a first throw here in overtime. They go sideline and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. 11 yards as they move the chains.
This pass defense, it just has to be better than this, Mike. They have to do a better job accounting for everybody in their coverages. They have to play their defense exactly according to the plan, because if not, this quarterback has enough weapons. He can spread the ball out and find the open space.
Here's second and 9. They'll send a tight end in motion. Shotgun snap to Purdy. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. He didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
So often, Mike, we see some of the biggest explosive plays in the passing game come from the quarterback extending the play outside of the pocket. Really nice job here by the coverage. They remain sticky on their receivers, nowhere to go with the ball, and all he's able to do is throw this one away.
On third down, it's Purdy. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
Purdy to throw for it on fourth down. This one intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the Saints will take over here just past the 30.
So as this game's gone on, Mike, this secondary is just continuing to learn, continuing to remember all the different looks this offense has thrown at them. And now it all pays off. Start of overtime, they see one that they recognize, and they jump it, and now they set up their team with a chance to win it here in overtime.
Here's first and 10. Shaheed in motion. A quick throw right side. Finding space at the 40. About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a first down.
Seems like wide receiver screens in the NFL are kind of a mixed bag. It almost seems like they either go for nothing or you get a big play. And in this case, it was the latter. Nice job by the big guys getting out front, leading the way, and the wide receiver does the rest.
A give up the middle with Kamara. He'll only be able to get the 47-yard line. They'll come up on a second down and 8. In motion is Hill. Open man, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down. To throw is Carr. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. 10 yards the gain on the pitch and catch. It's good for a Saints first down.
Third down is when we see so many tight ends around the league really make their money. They operate in the middle of the field. They're a big, easy target for the quarterback. And even if they are covered, Mike, they're not really ever covered.
Now Kamara. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
Carr now on second down. That's going to be pulled in by Kamara. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here now, 3rd and 5. Carr to throw. Open man, left side. He's got it. He's over 100 receiving yards on the afternoon now, and a first down to boot.
When you're running a crossing route versus man coverage, you understand that there's going to be nobody waiting for you on the far side of the field. So if you can create separation on your man defender and separate away, there's a lot of green grass, and that's where the quarterback went with the ball.
Shaheed in motion. It's a give now to Kamara. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down. So a pressure kick coming here for Blake Grupe. This one to win it in overtime. This kick is good. He got it. So this one a win for the visiting Saints. This was a close-fought game. They were able to get themselves into field goal range here in OT. The final kick sailed through the uprights to finally close out this victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long, everyone.